origin of architecture could be said to date back to the Neolithic period around 10,000 BC. The era spanning the ancient civilization to the beginning of the classical period, which took place in several different parts of the world. Prehistoric architecture, Babylonian architecture, Mesopotamian architecture, Etruscan architecture, Egyptian architecture, and etc. Fortunately, Asian architecture can easily be observed and recorded. The history of architecture charts the evolution of architecture over time, taking into account different traditions, regions, overall stylistic patterns, and dates. Humans are thought to have started all of these customs by meeting a basic need for shelter and protection. Architecture, however, is a general term. It can also mean the physical structure of buildings. The study, science, and art of designing buildings, and also structures that are not buildings or software. The method of designing and construction of buildings, and the practice of offering or rendering design services by a professional architect. Technology, philosophy, and art history, so the architect's modes of seeing and techniques of representation, focus on documents rooted in environmental sciences. Architecture of nature investigates the materiality and consequences of the forces at play in the history of the earth. Unique drawings and models are used to delve the dynamic processes that contribute to the generation and transformation of extreme natural phenomena. An architect is more than a building designer. They are either self-employed or employed by a company that provides architectural or construction services. He or she is a highly educated, licensed specialist who offers valuable services to both his or her clients and the general public. The planning and design of buildings and spaces, as well as the administration of construction contracts for clients, are two associated but varied endeavors proposed by architectural services. When modeling an organization structure, an organizational chart is commonly used to describe the structure in terms of relationships between staff or divisions. Each connector represents a hierarchical relationship or command structure, while each rectangle represents an individual or department. Every architect has standards of practice and must be able to fulfill the requirements of full building design, an integrated high-performance design involving efficiency and innovation. Invest time in the design process. Involve steps for idea collaboration. Do not copy designs. Create balance for productivity. Possess project management abilities. Handle expectations. Plan for the future. For the design process, architects create the overall look of buildings and other structures, but the design of a building involves far more than its appearance. Buildings also must be functional, safe and economical, and must suit the needs of the people who use them. Architects consider all these factors when they design buildings and other structures. The architect and client discuss the objectives, requirements, and budget of a project as well. Continual revisions of plans on the basis of client and budget constraints is often necessary. That has been an underlying thread in the way of delivering customer satisfaction.